Let's face it, no one likes to go to the dentist and face the dreaded drill and have a cavity filled. Does anyone disagree? I didn't think so. Throughout the day and night, plaque begins to build up on our teeth, forming a layer of bacteria over the surfaces. Eventually, this plaque hardens to form tartar, which is a white chalky material. Once in this state, the tartar begins to break down the enamel on the teeth and cavities begin to form. So we want to make sure we're brushing at least twice a day, each time for 2 minutes, to prevent the buildup of plaque and tartar bacteria causing cavities. Dentists say that the most important part of tooth care happens at home. Proper brushing and flossing, along with regular visits to the dentist, can help prevent tooth decay and gum disease. Today, I want to talk with everyone about cavity prevention. The first and most simple way to prevent tooth decay is to brush your teeth twice a day. The second prevention step is to floss daily. And lastly, you want to make sure you're going to your dentist regularly. Now that we know how cavities are formed, let's learn how to prevent them. Proper brushing is key in preventing cavities. There are techniques and tips to follow to do so. First, you want to pick a certain corner of your mouth to start brushing. I normally start on the upper right hand side. And take your toothbrush and move it in small circular motions like this. Be sure when you're brushing along the gum lines and not just the surfaces of the teeth. Then in that same corner, you want to move to the inside part of your teeth, doing the same motion. Next, you want to brush the chewing surfaces of your teeth. Instead of moving in circular motions, you want to just move back and forth. You want to do this for the remaining 3 corners of your mouth until the 2 minutes is up. To brush the front teeth of the inside on the upper, hold your toothbrush almost vertical and move it back and forth, and do the same thing for the bottom. Don't forget to brush your tongue because the bacteria that forms on your teeth can also get on your tongue and it can cause bad breath. Part of brushing properly is making sure that you're using fluoridated toothpaste. Fluoride is very important for children during the development of permanent teeth. It is a naturally occurring mineral and is colorless and transparent in its purest form. Some of you may ask, how does the fluoride benefit my teeth? According to n.gov, fluoride works in a number of ways. It unites with the enamel on the teeth, making them more resistant and interfering with the ability of bacterial plaque to produce acid byproducts that promote decay. And most importantly, fluoride helps repair the early stages of tooth decay. Now that we know how to properly brush our teeth, let's learn how to floss. Flossing is a fairly simple task and does not take very long to complete, but this task can be very tedious, seeing as how you have to floss in between every single tooth. Most people think that to floss, you simply wrap the floss around your fingers, snap it in between the tooth, move up and down a few times, and you're done, but that's incorrect. To floss correctly, you want to rip off about 18 inches of floss, wrap it around your middle fingers, wrap more around one finger than the other, so that about every 2 teeth you can unwrap floss from one hand and wrap the dirty side up on the other, and you have a clean section of floss. When you floss, you want to hold the floss with your index fingers and your thumbs. Pick a tooth to start, and using gentle swaying motion, get the floss down in between the 2 teeth. Wrap the floss in a C shape around the tooth, making sure you're getting down below the gums, and move it up and down. Do the same thing for the tooth next to it, and then all the other teeth in your mouth. Make sure that you floss behind the last teeth in your mouth, even though they don't have any teeth behind them. Learning how to floss is relatively simple. Visiting your dentist twice a year is the final step in preventing cavities. For most people, the recommendation is to see your hygienist about twice a year, which is every 6 months. Some people, those who are not at risk for decay or have good oral hygiene, may need to only go to the dentist once a year. Others, those, for example, who smoke, have diabetes, and who have a weak immune system, probably need to see their dentist about 3 or 4 times a year because they are more at risk for periodontal disease and decay. Periodontal disease is basically gum disease. This brings me to the end of my speech on cavity prevention. I hope I have provided everyone with informative and interesting information on my topic. Now let's review. We know that to prevent cavities, we need to brush our teeth 2 times a day for 2 minutes, floss every day, and see the dentist twice a year. I greatly appreciate your time and attention, and have a great evening.